Well, yeah, the reference answer translated and from the Chinese character firstly, as 参考答案, in Chinese pronunciation. Or in this case, the context has been conjoined, got linkage with the task paper. During task paper, it's kind of a daily consumption when I was still a middle school student. And in that time, what is impressive and empirical is it's not just the consumption itself, it's kind of like repressed drive and the oblivious toward the fact of consumption. The reference answer itself, attached as part of that kind of huge booklet of task paper, placed on the bookshelf in the bookstore as a kind of commodity to be sold with. And the reference answer itself would avoid a kind of controversy and the ambiguity of the answer, as kind of a direct given rendering from the designer of the task paper itself. Like if I design a task paper of something, like of maybe contemporary subject, I would of course give a kind of reference answer for those teachers and tutors to check the answer afterwards, after the student has accomplished the task, the exam, and they would check it with the red mark by the red pen, especially that empirical mark to signify whether it's right or wrong with tick or cross and the like. And we got to revise it later by the red mark pen as well. And in that case, we got a desire for the reference answer because we are pretty tiresome to some extent by such a daily consumption, such overconsumption of the task paper itself. This kind of reference answer could also go association with the plagiarism concept. So what I mean by plagiarism, because so it is kind of pleasure I have to mention. It is a pleasure when we are able to directly transcribe the reference answer to the question on the task paper, but also the fear of recognition of the plagiarism from our teachers and tutors. Well, in this case, it goes association with the effect of epistemology and knowledge. What's the purpose of knowledge and epistemology target? In that time, though I was still a middle school student, I hardly care about that. I just do it, maybe for that final exam of the third year of the middle school study, the secondary school study. We totally got 9 years. 9 years as kind of legitimated educational, a gift and an award from our country. And in that case, everyone would have at least 9 years formal education, and whether they are able to, get a continuing to the high school studies depends on the final exam of the third year study of the middle school time, whether they got a better mark to a better high school or they just degraded. And in this case, reference answer just on the mirror, you see, and all thing could be reference answer of whatever it is. It's not just confined by task paper. It is all the things. Unfederated. It's not just a small part of A3 task paper. The all thing appeared into as reflection on the mirror is the reference answer. The reference answer of what audience when concerned in that time when they observe the object. While move around those leaves, those branches, those offshoot, could be the reference answer of what I'm speculated with in that time. So therefore, it's the experience itself. The experience might go with this kind of spectatorship returned by the mirror. This kind of context rendered by the reference answer at meantime.